Boom! Back at the chilling spot. 4 more. Yeah, Janik, your host. Parents, can your children hear your voice? Good question, eh? Can your children hear your voice? Or can you hear their voice? That's very often what's happening. Parents are not attentive to their children's voice, and we miss all the beauty of them while they grow up. You know, that's another thing. When you have, personally, I have children, and I want to not only see them grow up, but I want to grow up with them. Like I want to. Anyway, I feel like I'm reborn in this world. So for sure, it's very. Yeah, it's fun, eh? Gavin really likes coming here. He really likes coming here. He's looking forward to it all the time when I tell him, Gavin, we go make videos. He's always ready. Yeah, Daddy, we're going to the park. Because he comes here and he runs around all over. It's a nice place. No? There's nobody here today. People don't go out anymore. So for sure, you go into parks and stuff like that. It's always desert. There's very few people. People stay in their box, and I don't know. We have been very, very denatured from, very detached from nature. That's what I find. Some of us have decided to reconnect with nature, with what we are, and that brings us to probably bring us to the road of truth. For sure. Yeah. It's a great moment, great time to give thanks for life. The greatest time to be alive, I think. I see it's the greatest time to be alive because it's a time of change. It's a time where we have enough of the lies, of the illusion, and we want to be real. We want to keep it real now. More and more people are getting out the fakery, the fake life, and retouching with who they are, and you know. What I experience here, you can all relate to it. You can all relate to my experience. For sure, we are all having the same experience, which is life. So am I cut from a different cloth or different or no? We are one. To me, it's very clear in my head that we must unite. We must unite in awareness and raising of our awareness all together. And some of us are taking the lead and sharing, starting like this YouTube channel, or, you know, this is the reality. We have YouTube as a tool, so let's use it, not to propagate more nonsense, but to start enlightening people, or just give them, not enlighten, because you cannot enlighten people, but you can show them the door, show them the righteous way, the righteous road, and just encourage them to each and every day to take action in the direction of their dreams, of their greatest version of themselves. And I think that's pretty much the goal of our existence here, is to rise to the occasion. We have the occasion, we have life. What are we waiting for to rise up as a people? Sometimes I wonder, we have all the answers, all the stuff necessary, all the abundance around us to make this life free and beautiful. What are we waiting for? Come on, people. You know, it's a wake-up time. It's a wake-up call. It's a generation, in a way, that has enough of the lies. And we are in a time where truth is being told everywhere, and not the false truth. Because Babylon, it's a false truth after false truth. It's very much confusing. It's very, very confusing once you start giving into their stuff. So have a mind of your own. You know, it's very important to have a mind of our own, to own our mind and to think for ourselves. Never mind everything you have learned about the world. Rediscover everything. Forget everything you have been told. Everything that they taught you in school, that anybody instruct you on, YouTube everywhere. Do the experience for yourself. Don't believe anything I say here. Experience it for yourself. You know, unlearn everything you have learned. We all heard this from the great sage Yoda, I think, in Star Wars, said, unlearn everything you have learned. That's what it is. We live in a world that it's necessary to do that if you want to free your mind. But if you don't want to have a free mind, and you're okay with the illusions and stuff, you can always stay in that realm. There's people that will never seek out the illusion, and it's okay. Like the illusion is in the mind of the people anyway. It's not here. There's no illusion in front of me, and it's nature. So the illusion is in the mind of people. So the world is what it is. The world will not change to. What I mean is the nature is nature, and nature is not an illusion. So the illusion, the matrix, is in the mind of people. In the mind of people, you will find a lot of confusion, a lot of everything pretty much started from our thinking. So it's very I find that so weird. People that take pictures, I always found that weird. People that take pictures, I don't know, it's something like Melissa said, it pulls you back in time. It brings, like, I don't know, I think I'm evolving. I'm always, like, the old me is gone. It's always a new rebirth, I feel, every day. I think this kind of picture puts you back in time, and I don't know. That's why I put out videos, but I'm not constantly watching the old videos. I'm watching the new ones and the new awareness that I gain. And for sure, if you go from my first video to the video I'm making now, there's a gap in between there. I've gained awareness a lot. My vision of others have changed a lot too. The way I approach others, the way I approach life in general has changed because I've gained more awareness of the game. You know, it's a game. You have to know how the game is played if you want to play the game. I wanted to play the game. I wanted to get on the world stage. So what I needed to know is how the game is played. And I found great answers because I was willing to explore. But if you're not willing to explore and you're comfortable in your illusion, you will not get out. You will not seek out, that's for sure. Very few people seek out the illusion because it's very comfortable and it's an illusion, so you think it's real. You don't think it's fake. You don't think everything around you, all the people that are living lies and stuff. I never thought that in my life. But once I looked outside the preconceived idea I was given, I realized that most people live a lie, live in the ego, live in the grip of the ego. This is our situation as a whole. We live in the grip of the ego and we don't get out of there. We don't seek out, and this is where you find freedom outside of the ego world. You find a lot of freedom once you start connecting with the oneness and the whole, like I explained. But it's a journey you must want to take. You know, like even my children, I can tell them whatever I want, but doesn't mean that they're gonna embark on a journey, or they might just adapt the default state. Who knows? That doesn't make them less human or less. It's just we have to show more compassion for people that don't really seek out. They are at their point in their journey. I am at my point in my journey here on Earth. So for sure, me, I don't intend to come back here. So I will do, and maybe I've been here for a few lives, and now it's over. It's the last time and this is the moment where I create the salvation. I don't know. Looks that way anyway. Looks like something great is in the midst of happening. So we'll keep on pushing, keep on seeking who we really are, who I really am, and I am life for sure. I know I am life. I am very, very powerful. That is sometimes can be frightening to see how powerful you are, because this is what's frightened us. It's not what scared us is not how we are now. How I was in my default state then never scared me. I was into but what I'm capable to do, what I'm capable to bring, that is a bit more scary, because then I gotta dig inside myself. I gotta dig very, very deep to find that greatness, to find that stuff that I kept hidden inside of me. So it's very demanding for sure. But that's the journey to greatness. If it was easy, everyone would do it. For sure, it's not easy. You're gonna have moments where you find yourself lonely. But you're never alone. You're never alone. No man is an island. It's a vibrational thing. So as long as you're in the here and now, you're part of the dream. Don't worry about the rest. Don't stress. Forget the rest. Do your best. He's out.